Hi, this is Tanzina Islam. Welcome to Influencers. In this show, we retrace the lives of influencers who have remarkable contribution in our society. And my guest today is one of Asia's extraordinary women who believes technology can empower emerging countries to advance forward economically. She has been recognized by the United Nations for her role in women's digital empowerment. She has brought positive changes in addressing issues that we all face today. I'm privileged to have Sonia Bashir Kabir today with us. She is currently the Managing Director of Microsoft Bangladesh, Myanmar, Nepal, Bhutan and Laos. A very warm welcome to you, and thank you very much for taking the time out from your heavy schedules. How are you today, ma'am?
I'm doing very well. Thank you so much.
Sitting next to you, I can only say that you are the most respected person in our growing IT industry. You have been admired by men and idolized by women, and people know you very well. I would like to know, who is Sonia Bashir that people doesn't know and can't see?
So right now, Sonia Bashir Kabir is a Microsoft employee, right? I'm the Managing Director for Microsoft Bangladesh and a few other countries. I don't want people to know me as Sonia Bashir Kabir of a multinational company. I want people to know me as a Bangladeshi. I want people to know me as a person who is passionate about promoting technology to women and to youth. That is what I would like my identity to be.
That's really great. You have received the highest honor any Microsoft employee can win for your superior leadership, innovation and contribution to the business, and you have received the highly prestigious Founder Award given by Bill Gates. Your parents must be very much proud of you. What did they want you to be?
So my dad wanted me to be who I am today. And when I was growing up, my parents had different roles. My dad was the one who has actually taught me to be ambitious. He taught me to compete. He taught me to not think that I'm a woman and compete with men equally. My mother gave me the finer qualities of life. It was about compassion, about caring for other people, about sharing. And so both of them hopefully are proud of me, but I still strive to live up to my parents' expectations.
You have done HSC from Vikarnasan School, and after that you got married and you moved to Silicon Valley, right? When you were going there and having your bachelor degree, so at that time, did you know that this is what you are going to do? I mean, this is your ambition at that point of time?
I didn't know exactly what I'll be doing, but I'll give you a little bit of a story that when I was growing up, I used to see my dad wear his suit and tie and very well dressed, and he was going to work. And I always looked at him and I wanted to be like my dad.
And you are looking gorgeous as always.
Thank you. So from my childhood, I knew I wanted to be working in an institution where I could dress well, where I could travel the world, where I could meet the leading minds globally. And that is what I knew, but I didn't know where it would be. And having married my husband and moving to Silicon Valley, I got exposed to technology, and that's where my journey began. So I wanted to do something I'm doing, but I didn't know it would be in the realm of technology, which happened because I got married and moved to Silicon Valley.
You are a person who is, very much busy. We have been looking forward to meet you for more than...
I'm so sorry, I know it's been difficult.
We appreciate that you are an asset of our country. But I'm asking you that you have... how do you manage your work-life balance? You're a busy person, and how do you differentiate the two periods, that when you are a child and holding your parents' hand, you are walking, and now you are having a hectic life? So how do you differentiate that two periods?
So firstly, I believe in the quality of time and not the quantity, because obviously I do not have a lot of time to give to my family members, but whatever time I give it 100%. And I still have arguments with my mom because she thinks I can give more time to her and to my family. My husband is extremely understanding, And it is because of him who I am today, because he has really supported me, he has encouraged me, he has never made any demands, so I've never felt guilty. So I've just gone and done what I wanted to do, and I've managed my time based on that. If I give an hour, it will be from my heart, and I will not be there for the sake of being there for my family. That's the only thing I can say.
There are many people who gone on to Silicon Valley, but you were probably the earliest, and very few of them who saw technology grow and evolve into what it is today. Tell me a little bit about your journey for that 20 years you spent in Northern California.
So when I went, I was an undergraduate student. I did my undergraduate degree, then I worked for many years, then I went and so I had my Bachelor of Science degree, and then I got my Master's of Business Administration. And while I was a student, I saw a lot of things happen. The 80s was the era of personal computing, when everyone had a laptop, and then the operating system came in. Microsoft had a big role to play. Companies moved forward with the computing, and that was a big exposure for me. Secondly, it was the dot-com boom. All of these dot-com companies started getting funded. The venture capital moved into heavy funding of the dot-coms, and I saw that rise. And just when I was leaving, I saw the dot-com boom. So also the falling of the industry of technology industries. So that was where my exposure was when I was there. I saw the era of personal computing with laptops come in. I saw the starting of the dot-com companies, and I also saw a little bit of the following. So it was a lot of learning for me when I moved back to Bangladesh.
Do you think that has shaped your career? Although Microsoft is not based on Silicon Valley, so do you think your background helped you reach that position where you are now?
It had a role to play, because I was coming from a country where I saw the full spectrum of what technology can do. And so I saw where it can take us. And then I came back to my home country where we were just beginning to embrace technology. So I could see the end picture, and that is what helped me.
I would like to know, having such a powerful role, how are you changing the landscape for women in IT?
Firstly, I don't think it's a very powerful role. It's just a job like your job and my job. It's the same. But I'm not really sure that I have been successful in doing things for my country. I would like to do a lot, and my passion is with promoting technology to women. I think I have a long way to go, but I do have a plan, and my role in Microsoft definitely helps me, but it doesn't take me to where my dream is.
So on that note, I would like to know, when Microsoft opened in Bangladesh, the perception was it would crack down on privacy and use its influence to push through changes in laws to make that happen. Where do you think the movement towards protecting intellectual property in Bangladesh stands today, and how it is important to realizing digital Bangladesh?
To be honest, I don't think people understand the value of intellectual property. And Bangladesh is a young country. As we are embracing technology, people are beginning to learn what the value of genuine software is. Microsoft, we had a previous CEO, Steve Ballmer, and his attitude was very aggressive, saying crack down on piracy, seize the laptop. With the change in CEO from Steve Ballmer to Satya Nadella, we have a very different strategy. We don't believe in cracking down anymore. We believe in value selling. We are saying show the customer the solution and let genuine software be a drag. Let people see the value in buying genuine software, because most of the times people say I can get Microsoft cracked version for 100 takas, why would I pay hundreds of dollars? What is the return on investment? And it's been a tough sell trying to explain that. You cannot say piracy is theft, so you shouldn't do that. You cannot say it increases your return or your sales, it doesn't, right? But now with the cybercrime happening, with the threat to banks, people are understanding what genuine software can do. It protects you. And that is what I'm hoping, that Microsoft's angle on saying we give you a solution to a problem. We are not the problem. So people in Bangladesh are slowly understanding the value of intellectual property. Mails are being hacked. Information is being stolen. If you are on the genuine software with that realm, then you will be protected. So protection is key, and I think Bangladeshis are slowly understanding that.
Okay. You have been recognized by the United Nations Global Compact in 2017 as a Sustainable Development Goals pioneer for integrating 7 global goals. So what made you think that this is something what you want to do? I mean, why does it matter for you?
So to be honest, I never thought I would be recognized. I did what my heart wanted to do. That is, firstly, you train the women on technology. First, you get them excited about technology. Then you train them. And then you say, just by training people and giving a certificate, you don't solve a problem. You show them a source of income. You monetize. You show them that this training has helped them to get some earning. And you show them that they're solving a problem. This is what I did. And then access to capital is a big thing for women. So connecting these women for technology businesses to microfinance institutions. And that's where the UN Global Compact recognized me. But I never had that in mind. I didn't know that they even exist till I got the award. So, or the recognition. It was more a recognition, not an award. It just happened because I followed my heart. And my journey has just begun. I have so many dreams I wish I could tell you, but I have a lot of things I want to do. That's just the beginning.
So what would be your advice to the top managerial people to embrace SDG, to integrate those goals in their business? What would be your advice?
So firstly, I would say know what the 17 Sustainable Development Goals are, and then pick those that you are passionate about, because something has to stir from your heart and connect with your mind. Only then you will give 100%. Don't just pick a goal because it sounds exciting. Pick something that you can relate to, you think about it, you feel it, and then you deliver. So my advice to people who are in positions where they can make a difference is to pick something that they are really excited about doing, and the rest will follow.
Exactly. So if somebody wants to be you, what do they have to do? A lot of people wants to climb the ladder of corporate ladder, and they want to have inspiration from you. So what would be your advice for them?
I would say be curious, take a risk, challenge yourself, and always be positive.
And what level of education is required to be successful in this industry?
That's a tough question to answer, right? Because it depends on the person.
Okay.
Bill Gates was a high school dropout.
Right.
If you know that he has no college degree, but he's one of the smartest men in the planet. So to say or to restrict someone on saying you need this degree to be successful, I don't have the authority or the intelligence to say that, because it depends on the person. Right. But I would say basically if anybody is educated, so you have the basic education and has a curiosity for understanding what technology can do, and follows his or her curiosity, the rest will happen automatically.
Right. And what I believe is that nothing can be achieved without struggle or pain. So I'm going to ask you, what was your pain? What was the pain you went throughout your journey?
A lot of people have asked me that question, and unfortunately I don't have a juicy answer. I don't have a very good story to that question. My pain was more of dealing with myself, because I think I want to do much more than I can actually do, and trying to say, okay, where do I stop? Because when you try to do too much, you end up doing nothing. I haven't had any barriers, I haven't had any sad stories, I haven't had any fights I had to do to get where I want. I've been lucky because I was in Silicon Valley. It was very equal opportunity for women there. I came back and I find Bangladeshi men to be very respectful of women. I have never faced any disrespect, and these are the kind of clothes I wear to work. I really commend the men here because they don't make me feel like I am not one of them. So I really don't have a good juicy answer.
No, that's a great answer. I would like to know that would you say the technology sector in Bangladesh sees the same level of gender disparity like other countries or less?
So yeah, definitely, because you know, if you ask me how many women are there in technology that I can work with in Bangladesh, there are very few, right? And the reason is because more women, just as it's a global phenomenon, more women need to come into technology. So in our education system, from 8th class, class 8, if you are not a science student, if you don't do your metric in science, then you're kind of out of the technology world, right?
Right.
So that's why it's very important for us to be talking to class 6 girls and say, please stay in the science, study sciences, stay in the sciences, and then move forward.
On that note, what do you think needs to happen to get more women in high-powered position?
That's another interesting question, and I have a bit of a different answer than what you would like to hear. But the truth is, you know the phrase, you can take a horse to the water, you cannot make the horse drink. So while we are saying that women need to be in the industry, in the technology industry, we need to give more jobs, we need more infrastructure, that's only 50% of the problem. The other 50% is with the woman herself. She needs to believe she can do it. She needs to say, I will jump. If I'm watching a cricket game as a spectator, I will neither win nor will I lose because I'm not in the game. In order to be in the game, I need to play the game. And only I can convince myself to do that. So from outside, if I'm saying this is a mixed cricket team, men and women, and we're opening it up, and women don't say, yes, I will want to play, how do you solve the problem? So in my opinion, I think I encourage women to take challenges, to believe in themselves, to have self-respect and say, I can do it. And while we're talking about the rest of the infrastructure, that women should have more jobs, women should be recognized, but women themselves should jump. That needs to happen.
That's really one of the most important advice you have given. You are a national athlete and you have played volleyball and cricket, so you support women in sports as well. Do you miss playing?
I miss it a lot.
You have been watching cricket and other sports, right?
Yes, I love watching sports. It's a lot of fun for me.
One more question, that is, you have extended your helping hand towards the underprivileged children through Jago Foundation and other activities. So how do you feel when you are helping those children, and share your experience so that someone else can be inspired by you?
So when I started with Jago Foundation, I met Corvi. And I said I'd adopt 20 kids, so I adopted means you pay for their education and their food. I did that, and to me it was not a big journey. So then I was working at the Dell at that time, and I figured that these children actually need exposure to technology, because Corvi, the founder of Jago, told me that they are very smart and they're eager. So we built a lab for them with 10 or 20 computers, I don't remember, so that the children could go there and learn. And the first day I went there in the opening of the lab, the children just ran and they were working. So I talked to two, I talked to a female and I talked to a male. I talked to a boy, and I said, what do you want to do when you grow up? And he said, I want to be a scientist at NASA. And I almost had tears in my eye, because this is a underprivileged child who has the dream of working in NASA, and what are we doing to help him achieve his dream? We've just built a lab, but that's not enough, right? So I felt the Corvi is doing a wonderful thing, but we really need to do more for these people. And then there was a beautiful girl, she was in 5th grade, I asked her, what do you want to be? And she said, I want to be a top model. And I thought that was also very encouraging, because her hopes and her dreams, her background, that she is a underprivileged girl, did not stop her from dreaming that she can be the best in the world. And that's where I think I still feel I haven't done anything for them, and I need to figure it out, that how do we make their dreams come true? First you teach them to dream, but then you have to help them make their dreams come true. And that's where we're failing. I think we've done a very good job in saying dream big, but how do you achieve your dreams is the next step.
It needs a great courage to dream.
Yes, and they are amazing. They are big dreamers. It's inspirational.
You do offer externship for those who want to work in company like Microsoft. So how successful was that?
It was a mixed response. The independent workers really liked it, but the people who are used to a regular internship program where you come to work, you're given assignments every hour of the day, for them it was not that exciting because we don't have a structured program.
But that was a one day, right?
Yes, externship is just a one day. But then, you know, the one day is not planned from morning till evening.
Do you think women feel intimidated in business?
Definitely they do, because there are not so many in numbers, and they feel like they have to prove themselves.
After all this success, what do you struggle with now?
Firstly, I don't think there's a lot of success, but I struggle with my time management.
What has been the role of luck in your success?
I definitely have been very lucky. I'm very grateful to Allah and my family. Luck has been a big part of my success.
Now we will move on to rapid fire.
That's very scary. I hope I answer all the questions.
I will ask a couple of questions. What is the first thing you do when you wake up?
Check my phone.
Okay. What keeps you going on with life every day?
My children.
What is the most adventurous thing you have ever done?
Bungee jumping.
And what is the bravest thing you have ever done?
I have to think about it. I don't think I've done anything brave.
You are one of the most, inspirational person for everybody idolizes you, so you cannot say that.
I don't feel I have, yes.
What have you read in the press or internet that made you laugh recently?
That's another good question. The press has been very kind to me. I don't think I found anything funny, so I don't have an answer for that.
What about internet?
Internet, well, they use bad pictures where they make me look fat, and I'm not as fat as they made me look, so that was funny.
What is something that recently moved you?
That's a rapid fire question, but I have to think about that actually.
Okay.
Actually, I know what recently moved me. So I have the helpers at home, and one is of marriage age. So I had told them that when it's time for getting married, I would like for them to get married and not stay with me forever. And what they told me really moved me. They said that in order to get married, the dowry or the payment, they have to pay a certain amount, whatever the groom side asks. And if they don't, then it doesn't matter who she is or what her family is. There are other girls who have arranged the money who may not be of the same family or same qualification. So that moved me, thinking that we need to come out of that era where only if you have money you will get the best groom.
That is really pathetic. So where do you see yourself in 10 years?
I see myself working very hard. I never want to retire. So till the day I die, I see myself working very hard.
And what do you consider to be your biggest career success?
I don't think I'm very successful. I have a lot of things to do.
So what are the plans? I would like to know, though it's not a rapid fire. What are your dreams? My dream is to have digital inclusion. Leave no one behind, man, woman, child. So my dream, I've recently, I'm known as the founder of Technology Hubs because we've built tech hubs in 64 districts of Bangladesh. I would like to take it to the 4,500 unions and then the 100,000 villages and have technology available in the hands of citizens of Bangladesh. That's my dream. That's really great, and I wish you all the best for that. And the last thing is, what is the best compliment you have ever received?
I think I take the fact that I am a risk taker. That's the best compliment I have received. Because my favorite quote is that, seeking permission is really not required, is asking for denial. So don't ask, just do it.
We really do appreciate your time, and I really did enjoy it, and I'm sure our audience will really enjoy, and they would have been inspired by your, from our conversation, definitely from your advices and your journey through your life. So Any last minute advice that you would like to give to our audience who, for whom you are the inspiration, you are the motivation and the role model?
You're very kind and generous with your compliments. I don't think I deserve all of that, but one thing I would like to say is that wherever you are, whatever you have done, the past cannot be changed, but the future can be molded. So focus on where you are today, ground yourself and say, what will I do next? That's
a fantastic advice. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. I really enjoyed this. Thank you very much.